Okay, we're back with another live build, a live cursor build. What are we building today, you may be asking? Well, ChatGPT just released a lovely new image generation model. You're probably seeing this all over your feeds if you are following that sort of stuff. Suddenly everyone is an anime art fan, I didn't realize. But when something like this drops, you got to be thinking, what can we build? And what better way to explore something with a nice live build? So let's crack on with the build. I've done one of these before, it seemed to do decent on the channel. It's not perfect, it's not a tutorial, it can get a bit messy. So yeah, stick with me and follow along as we build a YouTube thumbnail generator. So that's what we're going to be building today. We've got a coffee brewed, so let's have a quick sip of that. Oh, lovely. I ran out of coffee beans though, so I'm on the instant coffee today, you know. So yeah, it would be easy to just make like an anime art app or another image generation app. We actually had... Quick side story, we actually had an emoji generation app, which actually did pretty good. We launched it in a couple of days, so I thought maybe I could do that. But no, I actually worked on a YouTube thumbnail tool before and I put up some images or clips here. I worked on it for about a week. I worked on it as part of 6 products in 6 weeks challenge. The problem was it worked well for me because I had my own LoRa trained, which is like custom image model. The problem was surfacing that for users. It was a bit complex, it was doable, but within the time frame I gave myself, I kind of knocked it on the head. There's a nice proof of concept, but now with GPT-4o, the time is now to get that launched. We're gonna build it, we haven't got much time. I've got a busy weekend and it's Thursday mid-morning. So let's see where we can get to. And if you've seen this video, then maybe it went all right, maybe it didn't, but we'll try to post something regardless. Obviously, I'm new to the YouTube game, I'm new to making thumbnails and stuff, so it's gonna be helpful for me, it's gonna scratch my own itch, which is always good advice. When you're building a product, if you're solving your own problems, then there's likely gonna be other people with the same problems. So, where are we starting? In Figjam, my favorite place to start. I'm actually gonna crack a window, it's a bit hot in here. Let's check we're recording. So what do we want the tool to do? We want it high level, create YouTube thumbnails, and you know, you could do that. Just as we jump in, yes, this is a GPT wrapper. Wrappers got a bad rep a while back, but now they're pretty fair game. You know, there's a lot of respectable wrapper apps, and not everyone knows to just go to GPT-4o and do the manual thing every time. You know, if we can make it easier, which we're gonna do here, then we may be onto something. So create YouTube thumbnails, have context of channel, have context of face, have context of video. And that's what I did in my last thumbnail product. I basically wanted to get some context from the video, what's the video about, and then we create thumbnails from that. This is obviously going to be a lot better. Have context of, and with GPT-4o, I've seen some people like kind of cloning thumbnails and basically taking super famous, super big YouTubers like Mr. Beast and taking his thumbnail and then making it their own, which is pretty cool. So we could have a sort of library of thumbnails where you could say, okay, I want this one, the video is about X, you've got my face in context, and then it's going to spit out some thumbnails with text. And I think the text is a really big game changer for GPT-4o. Image generation, super strong, and AI's always struggled with that. So I'm pretty buzzing about this actually. So that's what we want. Let's maybe create a quick user flow. Don't worry, we're going to jump into building soon, but this makes building a lot easier because we're not tripping up over ourselves. So if you want to skip forward to the building part, look at the little chapters at the bottom, it should be in there. So what I like doing here is actually separating the user flow and the app flow. So what does the user do at each step and what does the app need to do at each step? So to begin with, the user comes to the dashboard, create new thumbnail, and the app at this context will just provide the UI for that, for new. And for here, we need to provide dashboard, select / upload face. So I need my face to be in the thumbnails. So we're gonna either select the existing face or upload a new face, which will then be stored. So this will need to store face. So then we'll provide vid info, and then select style or thumbnail. So maybe we could have like a vibe style, or actual, hey, I want this thumbnail, because there are some pretty agreed upon thumbnail styles, right? Oh, camera's gone. Should probably get a better camera at some point. So again, you don't need to do this on builds. This is maybe a bit overkill, but just helps me communicate what I want to do to myself and to you. And then it actually, as a side effect, makes it easier to get started. So once they generate the thumbnail, we're gonna then pass all context to OpenAI. Then we're gonna let it cook, and then they're gonna get back a lovely thumbnail. Cool. Well, that's pretty straightforward. Again, in my head, I've actually done a similar flow to this before with the app, but now we've got the tech. So first of all, I'm just going to say to Claude, so yeah, we're in Claude now. And first of all, I'm just going to say, hey, can you help me plan this project, please? It's a thumbnail creation app. And then I just shared some info about what we want the app to do, which we had here. So now it's going to break down some of this stuff. And again, we're shooting for MVP today. We're shooting for MVP. We haven't got much time. And if we get to a good stage now, after I can kind of tweak things, make sure they're all good, and hopefully deploy. Because I think this is a useful tool. I want to use it. Other people may want to use it. So let's drop in our user flow, and we're just going to screenshot that. It's quite a cool tip to ask AI if they have any questions. Then it kind of helps clear your own vision up. Okay, the questions it's asked, we can gloss over them for now. Okay, so now I'm going to ask it for an in-depth prompt for this flow. And then what we're going to do is, I made a video about the GOAT workflow, which is a phased plan. And although maybe it is the GOAT workflow, I'm going to use my hackathon workflow here, which is starting in Lovable, then exporting and working in Cursor. Again, I don't think there's any hard and fast way to do this stuff. Maybe as we keep building, we'll understand what the best is. But for now, kind of chopping, changing, trying different things, different models, all that good stuff. Well, I say different models, it's always Claude, you know. Okay, so we don't really want it to be coding at this point, but that's fine. What we can do in Lovable is get it to set up all the Superbase integrations in the database, which makes it super easy when we go into Cursor. It's just one less job we need to do. So let's copy that and pop over to Lovable, and then we'll say, hey, and you can see some of my golf projects down there. More to come on that soon, maybe. Hey, this thumbnail. And you know what? Did we get much value out of that Claude plan? Here is the rough plan. You know what I might do to keep it simple and let Lovable actually decide what to build? I might just drop that same context in here. Again, no hard and fast way of doing this stuff. Screenshot that. React Next.js, use Shadcn, so it's nice and clean out of the gate. All right, let's spin that and see how it does. I'm inspired by your thumbnail generation tool concept. Wow, how lovely. How lovely of Lovable to say that. Meanwhile, we'll take our vitamin D. Very important. Okay. Here we go. We've got thumbnail AI, which is funnily enough what the last project was called, I think. So let's see where we are. The UI isn't amazing, but we can patch that up, get started. This is pretty nice. Got some example faces, interesting images there. Lovable is picked. Where are we at then? Let's see if this is actually working. I like this menu. So we'll upload an image, which upload this one just to see where we're at. Continue. This is nice as well. Select thumbnail style, and here we could have thumbnail styles or actual thumbnails to pick from. Again, great start. And one-shot prompt is crazy, you know. Thumbnail generated, and then this select a style. We're on generate. Cool. Okay, to be honest, this is a really strong start. A very strong start. Dashboard is a bit choppy, but this is very good start. So the first step, what did we have? Comes to dashboard, create new thumbnail. So I think making that flow has really helped us with that, with getting something great out of the gate. And what we want to do now is actually, I think we can do a bit more work in Lovable. So we'll connect to Superbase here. Check project status. So I think I might need to clean up my Superbase a little bit. That's fine, we'll create that. Okay, so connect to this database. Cool, so that's connected. Back to project, we've connected. Okay, so we're gonna try and get auth working. I think getting it working at the start is probably a good shout, especially when Lovable can just sort all that out. And what we want is that when we upload our face, we can do it here. So let's get some of that functionality working before we get into Cursor. But again, let's see where we can run here. Like I said again, sometimes you're chopping and changing different workflows, especially as these Lovables and bolts keep getting better. Pure vibe coding. Reviewed the SQL and it looks good. Please run it. I've definitely read that. Hopefully there's no database engineers watching. Okay, so let's go over to our thumbnail database and see what we've got here, if we've got anything. Nothing just yet. While that's cooking, gonna get some water. Got to stay hydrated, vibe coding. Very important. Okay, so it has cooked up. Okay, so we can navigate to auth here. And what we need to do is disable email confirmation just for easier testing. So let's come to settings. There you go, confirm email. Let's see if that's confirm email, save. Always got to hit save. Okay, so let's create an word. Should be at least 6 characters. Okay, very secure. I did turn that off. But let's sign in. Okay, so now we are signed in. Happy days. Auth is such a headache. If you can get Lovable to sort that out for you, you're doing good. Sweet, it works. So now we need to create the database structure. And tie this up. We need to tie it up with the users. So when I upload a picture of me, it's tied with my account and it can fetch my image. And meanwhile, while it's doing that, let's get a picture. So let's head over to Twitter. And if you're not following me over there, there's some good stuff going on there. So do stay tuned and we'll grab this image and we'll save it. So now we're gonna set up some of this stuff. And yeah, again, the database stuff can trip you up. So we're trying to do some of the heavy lifting here in Lovable. And while we're on the note of ChatGPT, let's try and use it for some UI design. I'm interested to see how that does. So I'm just gonna, okay, so let's see what we can do here. Very loose prompt. Again, don't use that prompt, but just to test it out. And let's go back to Lovable, code to connect. Still cooking away here with the database integration. A bit clunky, doesn't it, that bit, but that's fine for now. Okay, so let's go into our table and we should be able to see, there we go, we got profiles and thumbnails now. And we should, if we come to authentication and users, we should be able to see ourselves here. Very nice, very, very nice. Has it cooked? No. It has. It's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. That's fine for now. Cool, so try creating a thumbnail while logged in. It will be saved to your account and visible in the dashboard after creation. So I'm not sure where it's going to store, maybe in Superbase storage. Let's ask, or maybe let's just try. So let's drag that in. Yeah, there you go. Image uploaded successfully. This is horrible, isn't it? This loading. Okay, so has this uploaded? Let's have a look. Thumbnails. Oh, I guess it would be within profile. Maybe not. Okay, let's try that again. Image uploaded successfully. Continue. The thing is, I don't know where it would be uploading to. Are we using Superbase storage? I just want to know because this doesn't seem to be working just now, which is fine. We're in the vibe debugging phase. Very important phase. I got a video on that. It was a very controversial video. Some people didn't like the term vibe debugging. I think I got the Reddit developer army on my back there. Okay, so we're going to create a storage bucket now so the image can be stored in Superbase, which will be sweet. I'm pretty buzzing about this. While we're here, let's have a look at what other thumbnail creators there are. Adobe, Pixar. You see, for a brief moment in time, we could have one of the best thumbnail tools on the market. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice? Until all of these probably integrate with GPT, but I still think there's something there. It's funny, I saw a tweet from Levels and he said that all these image generation companies have just had their moat completely destroyed because they had a bunch of custom laws and stuff, and they had a bunch of processing that made their images good. Even 2 years ago, some of the interior AI design stuff was super impressive and was really hard to do. Now, ping it into GPT and you're on for a winner. Okay, let's test it again. Image uploaded successfully. Okay, your images, there we go, continue. And then if we go back, still got it there. And if we refresh here, will it store? That's a big question, and it has done. Look at that, absolute winner. Let's see what's going on here. Again, I'm not seeing where it's necessarily stored. There, bingo. So we probably want more than one image, but for now that's fine. So now we can select that image, which we've done here. Continue, enter video information, and that's fine. We don't need to do too much there. And we've got thumbnails. Just very quickly, if I upload another image here, refresh the page there, which is makes things slow down a little bit. Okay, so it looks like the dashboard may be protected by auth, so we might have to log in. What I don't like about Lovable is you can't see really what's going on under the hood too much. Let me go to auth. Oh, someone's come in. For Pete's sake. Hello, mate. Just opening the door now. Right, I've got a guy coming to look at the electric meter, so we're gonna have to pause this video for now. Yo, we're back. All right, let's see where we're at now. Let's sign in. Now we've got our face here. So we've got that, and if we come through to new thumbnail, we've got our face here, so we can select that. And then we can do continue. And then we can go through with the rest of the flow. But of course, this bit isn't actually working yet. So select that. And then it's gonna generate the thumbnail. So this point is when we want to call OpenAI, pass it all the context that we've created, and get it to cook up a lovely thumbnail. And again, once we create that new thumbnail, we then get this on our dashboard so we can see our thumbnails. If I can get my words out. And then if we come here, we see the thumbnails like so. So we're in a pretty good shape. What do we want to do now? I think now we want to, let's get connected with OpenAI, but maybe just before that, we can do, let's create a thumbnail, new thumbnail. This is a bit weird. So maybe what we want to do now, I'm not sure what's going on here. Again, a few little bugs here and there, but we move. So we've got the video info, we've got the style. Maybe what we could do is add a few thumbnails, so add a few styles. So we're gonna say, hey. So what I'm gonna do now is to add these custom styles. I'm gonna make a storage bucket within Superbase that will allow me to upload some thumbnails that when we create the thumbnails in our flow, we'll reference them and pass that to OpenAI along with the face that the person's uploaded and some description about the video. So I guess there's a thing we want to know here, whether the thumbnails are going to be inspired by the thumbnail or actually like, hey, pick this thumbnail. And maybe that's two separate things. But for now, we're going to vibe code this and we're going to run the SQL and we're going to get going. So we should have this thumbnail styles bucket here. Yes, that we do. So now let's go hunt down some thumbnail styles. So I'm going to search for a thumbnail downloader here just so we can fetch the thumbnail easily. So first off, I've been liking this I've been listening to a lot of like lo-fi and stuff. So maybe we'll take this as a thumbnail. Maybe like a Johnny Harris style, maybe a Theo. Let's copy that and paste that in. Let's get a Johnny Harris style thumbnail.
I'm trying to.
Again, just quite a random bunch here, to be fair. Rude not to get a Casey thumbnail. Get a little Asheville, big up Asheville, if you know. Get a Huberman thumbnail. Again, trying to get a few different styles and stuff. This one's a super like optimized one, we're trying to be. And then we'll get a Mr. Beast, because it's Mr. Beast, you know. Let's get this one. That's pretty cool. So we'll download. Okay, so let's upload these to the thumbnail styles bucket. I think we can just drag them in. No, we can't. Upload files. Oh, bloody files to upload. Do we need a folder? Probably. Drop files. Let me convert to a PNG. It's quite big, isn't it? Nope, no, we don't want to upload from the app, which is what it's trying to get us to do. Sometimes it's the easy things that kind of stump you, unless it's just way too big. Let's try and compress it. I mean, they're not that big, are they? Let's try and upload it to this one. Okay, so it's working here. So why would it not work in that bucket? That is weird. Thumbnail styles. I thought I made a folder. So weird. To be fair, having a custom style is quite a good way to do it. So create a style. So let's see if that works. Oh, there we go. These error messages are a bit annoying. Okay, we get it. Okay, we get it. Okay, so let's see where that is stored. Okay, so now that's been stored there. So we can upload it through the website, but not apparently through here, which is so weird. Failed to upload file. It'd be nice if there was actually a good error there, because right now there's not. Let's delete some of these. We don't need all of these. Right, okay. So I've got the ability to add in some custom styles now. So let's go through here, we'll do that. And we'll upload another couple of styles. And then we'll just say, just show them. So let me do that a second. We'll do that one. So that's going to upload to storage and then fetch it here, which is nice. Oh, apparently I went back there. So let's upload that one. So now we're just going to say only show the ones we've got in the bucket, so our custom ones, and maybe we could actually clean up and give them some nicer names here. So these should all be in the bucket now. Maybe this is part of our upload problem. So let's call that. Can we edit it? Before, let's see if that updates here. Maybe loading so clunky though still. Before or after, cool. Okay, so let me quickly go through and clean this up because this is a nice bit of the site, so we want this to be nice. So give me 2 seconds here. Cool, no fire, cool. So now we do this, continue, do the video description or keywords. And I think on this page actually, and I know we're bouncing, but I think we should say video description or keywords. I think we should say, hey, on the video info page, actually, maybe this shouldn't, I was gonna say add some more thumbnail stuff, but we should do that on this thumbnail generation. We should do that on the thumbnail style page. So video info. So here you'll say, video about a live build, about building a thumbnail tool, and then description would be doing a live build. Cool. So now here I think we should have a bit of like a wizard where you can give, we've already got the context of the video. So here you could say, do you want anything specific in your thumbnail? And do you want text on the thumbnail? Leave blank if you don't want text. So, hey, on the new thumbnail screen. So here we're saying we'd like a couple of text box, one which says describe what you want, one that says text. And then, I don't know, it's hard to know whether we want to allow just like clone the thumbnail or take inspiration from it. I think inspiration would be better than just straight up cloning. But then again, it would be pretty fun and viral to be able to just take a beast thumbnail. Maybe we could have like a clone button. I think creating your own one is going to be a better use case. The cloning is cool for a demo. So for now, like, why don't we add this? And again, I know we haven't actually got to the fun part where we're actually creating these, but hold tight. We're going to get there. If you can't wait again, there's going to be chapters in the video so you can navigate to it if you want. And just whilst we're building, I want to make you aware that I am doing an MVP build service. If you're watching this channel, you've probably used Cursor, you've used Lovable, and you know that whilst vibe coding is great, you can run into errors, you can run into brick walls and you don't know how to break through. So if you're fed up of the constant debugging and you just want to get your product out to the world, I can help you. You know, don't get stuck in the build trap for months like I have done before. Like I said, MVP build service. We can kickstart with your sketches, designs, or anything you've built, and we can get your product live very quickly. As you can see, as I'm doing here, bring your product to life, drop me a message, and my email is here, and we can chat about getting your product built. Back to the video. I know it's not an ad read, but it kind of is an ad read for my own services. Hello, Mr. Beast. Okay, so we've added 2 new text boxes here. So we've got that, we'll click continue. Okay, so we've done that on the video info, which is a bit of a mistake. No, we don't. So do they even have, I hope they've got this new image creation on for images and vision. Let's see if it works fine on 4.0 mini. We want 4. So what we're going to do here is we're going to copy these docs and then we'll come back here and let's quickly test this guy out. So we've got that here, and then once we're here, we've got thumbnail details. Describe what you want in your thumbnail. Text on thumbnail. Leave blank if you don't want text in your thumbnail. So then we can select one of these. Why are we getting that refresh there? Super strange. Anyway, it's fine. We can upload a style. Happy with that. Happy with this video info. Upload a face is a bit clunky. And then we click continue. Maybe here we could have like a confirmation page, which I think we've kind of got on the generate. So we're a little bit confused of where the thumbnail generation is actually taking place, because I think it takes place here, but then it has this nice animation. It has this nice page here. So I think it should kind of generate here, if that makes sense. And before they start generating, we should give them the option to confirm their info. This is enough. Okay, so let's give that a quick spin and then we're going to start on the generation, because I know we've been beating around the bush here. So let's, oh, these error messages driving me crazy. Tell you what, let's Give it a little refresh. Give it a little refresh. Successfully signed in, very nice. Let's select a previously uploaded face. Continue. Let's do that. Okay, and then we're going to do that, and we're going to select Beast because everyone likes Beast. So we've got face image. This is nice. So we're just saying here we want to show the Beast thumbnail here so we can see the face, the style with the details, the text, the video information. We've got all that good stuff. It's going to go over to OpenAI, and then we are cooking, John. Okay, and again, there's a lot of this. There's a lot of this. In cursor, it's a lot bit easier to just stay on one page. So it's trying to pull the image, but it's not. So we're going to drop that here again. So the image is here. It's got the Beast selected style. Okay, cool. But now we haven't got. Come on, John. Let's get it sorted. So I wonder if this will actually, you know, work with, if they've got it into the API. They must have it on the API. Get free tokens on traffic. Okay, now it's working. Am I going to bore you going through again? Maybe just one more time. Tell you what, I actually hate making thumbnails. Oh, it's still not. Oh, here we go. We got it here. So that's cool. So we can actually edit it here. If we want to go back and change the style, we can. Video info, cool. And then we do generate thumbnail. And it's going to cook. And then we're going to go, boom. There's your thumbnail. But it's probably going to take a couple of minutes, to be honest. It does take a while. Return to dashboard. We've got Beast style here. That's nice. Good job, Lovable. Doing very well so far, I must say. Okay, it's time. It is time to get OpenAI in. How far are we in? We're probably about an hour into this build. Obviously for you, it's not going to be an hour because I'm going to chop out all the boring bits. I'm going to have to go and answer the door. I'm going to have to wait for this guy to cook. Let's get cooking. Okay, I'll tell you what. We're going to get this over locally so we can get a bit more control over what's going on. So we're going to press this transfer project to GitHub, and we'll see you in a second. And I'll tell you what, instead of using cursor, we're going to run some Windsurf today. So let's get this into Windsurf. So we're just going to give the composer the URL of the repo, and then it's going to clone it and set it up for us. Okay, so it's installed the dependency. So now let's go to localhost 8080 as it has told us, and there we have it. We've got our lovely site, and auth is working, very nice. So we're logged in, we've got our site here locally, and that was very smooth. And let's see, is it still as clunky? Yeah, it's still really clunky. Is it? What's up with that, man? Anyway, well now we're through here. So we've got this set up. We're trying to get this random thumbnail working because right now it's actually just using a placeholder. Once we've got this Mr. Beast style working, we just need to validate that we can actually create an image through OpenAI GPT-4o. Because it's a new model, I think we might have to wrestle with it a little bit. Maybe I'm overcomplicating it, but let's have a look here at this new. Let's have a quick read of this and see if there's anything about the API and stuff. API. Why do I have a bad feeling about this? Fuck. We're too soon. We're too soon. Okay, so we were a bit too early. Developer rollout hasn't come out for OpenAI. GPT-4o's image generation. So yeah, we're a bit too quick off the mark. So this is going to be a natural end. And this is going to be part one. So part two will come out once they roll out. Because I really do want to build this thumbnail tool. I tried to build it a while ago. It wasn't the right time. I've tried to build it now. Still not the right time. So stay tuned for part two. Hopefully you've still got some value out of this live build. With Lovable, it's been super strong here, and now we've got it into Windsurf ready for when that rolls out. And again, I think we've got a nice UI ready for when that does come. And we can just come through, add these details, pick a style, add some thumbnail details. And what we're going to do, we're going to bundle all this together, and then we're going to pass it over to OpenAI, let it do the hard work, let it do the heavy lifting, and then win money. So there we have it. For now, that's where we're up to. We've made some good headway. And again, we haven't spent too long, you know. Hopefully, again, if you're new to this AI development, you can see how far you can get in a short space of time, especially once you get a few more reps in. So yeah, do subscribe for part two. And until then, all the best.